Hello guys, welcome back. I feel happy somehow because my passport is back. Yes, it's been out for a couple of weeks, and because I needed to get my residence permit done again. Don't mind me, I love doing my things very detailed and so on. And finally my passport is back. If you remember when I did a video last year of me traveling, I had to travel with a retention slip and my passport here. My residence permit had expired as at then, so and I needed to travel, so I had to get retention slip from immigrations. In fact, they didn't even tell me. She didn't tell me. I just collected my passport. I thought I was traveling, I needed my passport. She didn't give me a retention slip, not until I got to the airport and the immigration officer saw my, it was asking me, when did you come into Ghana? I said I live in Ghana. So he checked my residence permit and found out my residence permit had expired. And he was like, yes, I was actually working on it already before this travel came up, so I had to go and collect it. He said, you just collected it? I said yes. They were supposed to give you a retention slip, so I quickly called the immigrations lady. She was like, oh, it's she forgot and all that. It was December period actually, and you know what December can be like, so she had to quickly get me my retention slip and I was allowed to travel. So immediately I came back, or a week after I came back, I had to send my passport back so that they could get my residence permit done. And since I think I sent it back January, so I'm just getting it back. Yeah, I traveled to Kwewu. I just got back and my husband just showed me, see, your permit is finally out. And I was like, whoa, usually this thing takes 2-3 weeks, but I don't know why it stayed this long. I really can't tell, or I guess maybe because of the season, December January period. There's always too many travelers and all. I'm just saying I don't know. So now, what's the process of getting your residence permit? Definitely, if you're coming to Ghana, you have your international passport. If you're coming to stay in Ghana, please try and get all your documents. Don't say, oh, it's just Ghana, it's not outside country, it's not this. Papers is papers. But as far as you are leaving your country to stay in another man's land, please try and get the relevant papers. I just like doing my things right. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be seen in any kind of thing, so that's why I get all these things done. So I'll be putting you through the process. The first permit I did, which is this, look at it here, this is the new one. That's the old one, this is the new one. So the first permit I did, I remember traveling 2021 December, and this one gave me issues. I almost cried at the airport that day because of how I was embarrassed. Now, when the immigration officer was writing this permit, they use pen to write it. In trying to write 2021, he had already started writing 2020, 2020, that's zero, then he now wrote the one well. So now the immigration officer that attended, I traveled with it. Nobody told me anything. Now coming in, I met the wrong person, so he was asking me questions and I was replying him. All of a sudden he said I was something here that I corrected it. I said, corrected it? I'm sorry, sir, I didn't correct it. I've done this video before. I didn't correct it. It was from immigration's office and I didn't bother because it was from them. I didn't know it was going to be an issue. Before I knew it, this thing became a big issue and they were like, I was the one trying to correct. I said, well, how will I try to correct it? And immediately I was trying to call the immigrations lady that does these things, but she wasn't picking. I felt so bad that day because of the way this man was talking to me, because people were passing. I have my papers, I have my yellow fever card. As at then, I even had my vaccine card. As at then, they had not even really started enforcing this vaccine card thing. I had already done it. That's my kind of person. I did it ahead of time. I was showing him, look at yellow fever card, original. Look at vaccine card. Look at this. Why would I want to do this on my international passport? This man was not ready to hear me. I should go to one office like that. Honestly, I felt so embarrassed. So this time, I had to call my husband. I called my husband because we're already outside waiting for me. I said, please, do you have your international passport? Snap me your residence permit. He has the residence and work permit. Snap and send to me so that they'll see that it's the same handwriting, it's the same pen. Because even if I want to change something, the pen will be different. It's the same pen, it's the same thing. It's not it. This man wasn't even ready. Say he doesn't care, he doesn't want to look. I said, sir, please look at the same pen, the same everything. He wasn't ready to look. Finally, some other persons joined because I became teary, because I was embarrassed, like me, that I'm very, very, I know how I go about my things. Why should I be going through all of this? That was when I said I should go try and correct it. But at that time, they had already embarrassed me. and it wasn't a funny one, because this is ECOWAS country. You even allow people on a normal. Yes, Ghana is a country where Nigerians can visit anytime, Ghanaians visit Nigeria, and nobody stops you. Now, I went the extra mile to do my residence permit. You know, say I am the one that changed it. Like, why should I do that? You know, so when the old one expired, or before the old one expired, we went back much later for them to stamp it. The immigration stamp is on it. Then I love this person's handwriting. Whoever did this one for me, I love your handwriting so much. In fact, immediately my husband, my permit was ready, I just quickly went to pick it to see if there's any mistake or any kind of thing that would look like mistake. You know, I didn't see any. I say, glory be to God Almighty. And there I have it. I have another 1 year stay in Ghana with my residence permit. So I'll be putting you through all you need to know. You have your international passport. With your international passport, you need to get the Ghana card. For the Ghana card, the first time I was doing it, it was $120. Then subsequently you pay $60, and this is for 1 year. For 1 year, 12 months, just 12 months. After the expiration of the first one, you go back for them to do another one for you, which is $60. So when you have your Ghana card, you can apply for your residence permit. For my own, because I'm a dependent under my husband, he does his work permit. Work permit is $500, guys. $500. That's what ECOWAS. If you're a foreigner, like a white person, like an American, a British, your work permit is $1,500. I was very, very shocked when my husband told me that. Like, what? But for your residence permit, for those of you that maybe you're a student in Ghana, all you need is just your Ghana card and your residence permit, or your student permit. I think it's the same thing they give them for residence permit, and it's just 300 cedis. Your residence permit is just 300 cedis. I don't think they've increased it. 300 cedis. Even for my children, 300 cedis. That's what we pay. It's only the work permit that is expensive. That one is in dollars. I don't know why they put it in dollars though. So that's basically all you need to do. Just get your Ghana card. If you're doing it for the first time, it is $120. Then subsequently is $60. So just go to their headquarters, the Cow Bank. For the Ghana card, you do it at Cow Bank. Just I think at the Independence Road, if I'm not mistaken, Independence Road. Then also your what's it called, your residence permit is as the immigration's headquarters. That's where we do our own. I hear they do in other places, but that's where we have our file, so it's easy for us to get it done there. So in everything I've said, your Ghana card $120 you're doing for the first time, but your residence permit is 300 cedis. 300 cedis anytime you go. I don't know if they have intentions of increasing it, but for the 2 times I've done, it's been 300 cedis. It's actually the work permit that is expensive. Like, the work permit is the $1,500 for countries outside West Africa. It's only West Africa they actually take $500. Other countries is $1,500. I think, I don't know if their residence permit is also higher. So if you're a student, you want to get of course, as a student, for the 4 years you'll be here, you have to do it 4 times. So whichever one you are, please try and do everything necessary. I love my things being done, just have it. I just love having everything like that. So this is it. I feel so good. Like, I'm free to move in and out of Ghana now anytime. I'm not scared of any immigrations. For the person that wrote this thing, he did a very good job writing it. The handwriting it looks like a computer font. He gave me that computer font thing. Or maybe the lady has to, like, please be careful so that this lady doesn't get into immigration trouble at the airport again. I felt so bad, honestly. I felt so bad that day this thing happened. Like, oh my God. Me that very, very careful. My yellow fever, everything. I like doing everything. Then I enter immigration issue. It's because I'm a Nigerian. Some people say they are tougher in other countries, but I'm like, this is West Africa. If not for anything, like, since it's West Africa, I can move in and out. At least I know I have 90 days validity, to move in and out. I showed you my husband's own so that you know that I'm not here illegally. Like, I'm married and I have my family. I only traveled. You could see when they stamped. You could see where they stamped I have a lot of stamp on my passport. A lot of it. Stamp on my passport. So you saw when they stamped my passport to leave. I'm just a week and I'm coming back. Then you go on. You could see that I'm a traveler, All right, guys, so that is it. I've given you the information you need to know. Please don't find yourself in any immigration issue. I don't like it personally. It's an immigration issue. I don't even want to be a party to it at all. So please try and get your own done. All you need is Ghana card, and you're free to get your residence permit. So if this video has been helpful, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Do well to subscribe to my channel. All right, guys, thank you. Bye.